Well, hello guys, welcome to the new video. And as it's summer nowadays, I am testing a scooter, 125cc scooter, Honda PCX, and this is the new model year 2025, which comes along with, again, with improvements in this new year. So let me take you around this scooter and let me show you what all of these improvements are on the new scooter. So the first one that you can see is the color. There are three new colors. Two of them are pearl colors. This is the pearl blue metallic. You also have a pearl black and the matte gray color. These are the new colors. You have the very typical design of this scooter. So quite nice, daring looking light on it. I quite like it. You have then this tunnel in through which goes the air, and also this new black visor, which looks pretty cool, and it's also covering the handles, which as you can see. And also the novelty is, last year you had the handles without this sort of plastic bit of trim, so now they are covered in a trim as well. Now, there has been the biggest change, though, is in the damping. So, this is the DX model, and this DX model features dampers, two dampers. Both of them has the separate reservoirs. The spring travel on this quite a long spring is 95 millimeters, which is unchanged from the last year. But this separate reservoir, also on the other side, is the novelty on the dampers, which is pretty cool. Another technical novelty on the scooter is that last year there was a drum brake. Look at this now. This is a 220 millimeter vented drilled brake disc with a one piston caliper. So you have 220 millimeter brake discs now on both wheels, but on the front one you have two piston caliper, and here you have one piston caliper. Yeah. Then part of this DX model also is, let me show you, that you have a digital screen, a new all new 5-inch TFT digital screen, which is fantastic in all conditions. You see it very clearly. The great thing is also the connectivity through the Honda app, and you can have navigation in there, and you can also listen to the music on your headset and or take calls. So I really quite like it. You navigate through it with this sort of button, this control pad on the handle, and I have to say it's really easy. So that's pretty cool. Thing that is still here that isn't changed is the traction control system, which is this button, the T button, traction control system, and the start and stop system as well, saving you fuel. The engine got also quite a few improvements from the last generation, from the last year, particularly the new ECU, the new throttle body, which is 28 millimeters now, uh, various improvements that I'm going to put on the picture to uh, to make the engine smoother. It has the oil pump integrated into the crankcase, so yeah, it's really nice. It still produces 12.5 horsepower, 11.7 newton meters of torque, compression ratio of 11.5 to 1, and it has a top speed of 98 kilometers. In my case I did 110, so that's pretty cool. And the fuel consumption is at 2.1 liters per 100 kilometers, giving you the range from the 8.1 liter fuel tank, which is here, the range of 385 kilometers. And the new thing that's also here, an improvement, that if you open the fuel tank, you can store the fuel cap over here, which you couldn't do before. So quite a good practical changes. Now let's have a look into basically the boot. So you have 30-liter boot in here of the capacity, which is pretty cool. You can store the helmet in here if you want it. So yeah, that's quite nice. Also an optional extra is the secondary boot over here. As you can see, again, I have the helmet in here. Uh, you sort of unlock it from down here. You have a separate key for it. So yeah, and then you can hide this area as well. That's pretty cool. Look at the nice LED light in the rear. So that's pretty cool. Also, probably but with this key, you have the wireless access to the scooter. So you have the wireless starting, and also opening of the fuel and seat. You just put it into this position and press this button. So also when you are locking the scooter, you just go into that direction. So I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, I I quite like that. Also, the part of the new engine is the new O2 sensor, the oxygen sensor that wasn't here before, and the scooter as it is weighs 134 kilograms, so few kilograms more than last year, also particularly because of the optional secondary boot which I didn't have. But I have to say, these scooters, there is plenty of these scooters really driving around the city, and Honda just works to make it even better, even more reliable, even nicer to drive, even safer with these more powerful brakes that you get, and thanks to these new dampers, massively more comfortable. Really, on the rear, it is not that bouncy for you. You're not sort of jumping out of the seat. It is really nice how these dampers work. I really do enjoy that. Yeah. So anyway, that would be the walk around to the 2025 model year, the facelift of the Honda PCX125 scooter. Well, and now let's go for a drive and let me tell you how these things work in reality when you're driving. Okay, guys. So let me hop onto the scooter. It is, by the way, it is very comfortable to hop onto the scooter because it's actually sort of designed to be very thin over where you put your sorry, over where you put your leg over. So let me start up the scooter. Yeah, it's very easy. Brake and this button with the lightning on it. Yeah, so as you can see, the handles, fantastic layout. I really do like it. Even despite having more functions than before, it is still very easy to do. So anyway, let me get out of this park somehow and let me start driving, actually. Let's go. I'm going to be very gentle, so you can be very gentle with the throttle on this one because it's designed for the city. Let's go down here. All right, good. Let's close this. And well, here is a bumpy road, so immediately what I can feel is how great this scooter is. I mean, how comfortable it is at the rear. It is fantastic, really. The rebound is much less than last year when I was riding this scooter uh, without these separate canisters that it has. So that's one amazing thing. Now, yeah, so the indicator, and then you just press it, and yeah, you have enough power. The fuel tank only costs you around 10 euros, which is fantastic. I put in the 95 octane benzene, which is 97 octane actually by the ratings. And if you accelerate, it is definitely a very sprightly small motorcycle to accelerate. So if you're having the B driver's license, this is totally okay to go to the work and home from the work. It's really nice actually. The position and the seat, both of them are very comfortable. So you sit really nice upright. It's quite soft. Also during the rainy conditions, it is fantastic because it sort of the water doesn't go underneath this first layer. So that's fantastic. Yeah, I just like it. Then if you want to sort of maneuver, you feel still, even despite 130 kilograms, you feel the lightness. You can also lean into the nice angle with the scooter, which is what I like. And yeah, overall really nice. Let's have a look at the fuel consumption. And I done so far with the scooter 60 kilometers, and the consumption is at 2.2 liters, so 0.1 liters worse basically than what the manufacturer states, still giving me the range of 383 kilometers on one tank, which is absolutely crazy good. And just imagine how much it's going to save you in the busy city, not having to sit in the traffic jam in the car if you were using the scooter instead of your car. Really great. So yeah, I gotta say pretty lovely. And then you have the comfort, so you have this nice screen. Even though the sun is shining at it,
I can see it very clearly. It has the sort of very specific sort of technology behind it. Some different layers. I'm going to put it here so that you can see in the direct sunlight as well, which is fantastic. Then you can connect it through your mobile app, and you can have navigation on the screen, or you can listen to the music on your headset inside the helmet. Pretty cool. These side steps are also very comfortable, so you can just put your feet further up front. Also, the passenger sitting behind you, it should be very comfortable. They had that in mind as well. Also, these steppers that he has where to put his feet, they are designed in a really nice way, in a compact way, also in an aerodynamic way. So yeah, I have to say, a really lovely scooter. In my country, it costs 3,650 euros. I'm going to put also other countries' price here, and well, I think it's not bad. I mean, it's a good price for the technology you're getting. And by the way, so far I didn't tell you about the braking, but really the new rear disc brake is really strong. Is there anything behind me? No. So you can actually, yeah, you can actually brake really fast, even with the rear brake, and lock the rear wheel as well. So yeah, I think let's sum it up. I think Honda has done improvements in all of the important areas. So particularly dumping, they made this scooter far more comfortable than before. So with these new dampers, because before it was slightly uncomfortable because you have 14-inch wheel at the front, 13 at the rear, so it was slightly, yeah, uncomfy. But now it's really comfortable with this suspension technology. So that's really good. The efficiency is as it was. There are new colors to choose from. The connectivity is much better, much nicer. It's much better looking scooter than before. And yeah, well, I guess there's not much that I have to say, because these scooters are probably the the most well sold scooters. So I think they will definitely find their customers. It's just an improved version of the scooter to make it even more reliable, even more comfortable to use every day, even more efficient. And that's exactly what they've done. And I just like this scooter very much, and I'm going to buy it in the future for sure. So yeah, that would be about it to this video. Well, if you found it useful, well, keep watching, keep subscribing, because more videos are coming on very soon. And I hope to see you in the very next video. In the meantime, take care of you, and goodbye.